I Loved You Till the Morning. It's my first museum show in America, and I'm really excited about it because it coincides the same time as Turner, so there's a nice Margate twist going on. The emphasis on painting is because that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years really, and that's what I'd like to represent me for the first time. In the 90s it was incredibly difficult. Painting was actually really like a man's world for a long time, and now I think I've come through all that and I found a way to paint for myself which is expressionist, it's emotional, it's heartfelt. There's nothing cynical about my paintings. All the things that we live through life, all the things that we go through and experience, I put into my painting. Love, death, life, experience, sickness, health, sadness, sex. My work is very feminine. I think you can tell a woman made it, apart from its scale. I am very female in lots of ways, but in other ways I'm quite masculine. I charge through the world at an unstoppable pace, which isn't always very feminine. I never know what I'm going to paint until painting's finished. So it's like a sort of psychological journey. It's like going to see a fortune teller or a soothsayer, because the painting often tells me something that I didn't know or I didn't want to know. Margate is where I grew up, where I spent my childhood, and I always made lots of work about Margate, from memory, from emotional response, from a poetic response. But as I've got older, Margate's become somewhere very comforting for me and homely, which I think is more like how it was for Turner, definitely. I think Margate's the place where he felt most at ease and most at home. It's almost 200 years apart that we were born, but he would have looked at the same sunset, he would have looked at the same seas, and it's quite a beautiful idea to think of us both showing together at the same time, so far away on a different continent. I suppose the biggest thing that's happened to me in the last 20 years is nearly dying and having bladder cancer. And having my bladder removed and a lot of my body parts. So life's never been the same since. It's almost like I've been given a second life, a second chance. So it's quite interesting if you look at the paintings pre-2020 and after 2021, the difference, or if they feel different or they look different or what it is. But I know now I'm just so much more confident with my painting and more forceful. I think my paintings hold ghosts. Things get stuck. The psychological trauma, the ghost of the trauma is in the paintings. And I think also that's probably what keeps me alive, because I let it all out. The ghosts are inside the paintings, and whether I intentionally paint them or they come by chance or accident, I think they're definitely there. I think I Loved You Till the Morning is like, why didn't I love you forever? Why did I only love you to the next day? Why did I only love you to the morning? Or it's also, I loved you forever. I loved you every morning. Every morning I woke, I loved you. So it's non-stop, it's perpetual. And also I just think it's just really romantic, like being with someone all night and loving them and loving them and loving them, and then the day breaks and the morning comes and it's a new day. Romance frightens me. I don't want to be heartbroken. I followed you to the end. It's like when you're really in love and you do everything you can to be with that person, you follow them to the end of the earth, the end of the world, the end of time, but it's still not possible. And in my life, I've had so many failed love affairs and been so misguided and so hurt. And this painting is about that. The Veiled Bride is a repetitive image that I use, and here half the painting was just like this deep bloody background, and I didn't want to put the legs in, I didn't want to put other things in, and then I just from the top of my mind wrote this poem like a stream of consciousness, and it's about being on the wrong side of love and how it hurts, And now I think I've come through all that. My life is less lonely, less solitary, but more conducive and more profound now. I feel more content now than ever I have.